Trekcast.
The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
We didn't discuss who's doing the intro, so I guess somebody will just jump in. I don't know. Welcome to Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Otherford. With me, as always, Daniel and Scott Mediocre Beard Bowders?
Yeah,
something like that.
He's looking low on the seat. What's going on, man?
You look like Wilson from Tool Time.
There you go.
I know it. I know it. I don't have my beard anymore because of an unfortunate knife accident.
What at the barber?
Daniel, cut the feed.
Yeah.
He's no good to us. What the hell was that?
What the heck was that?
What was that?
It's ruined because he's got his beard.
Okay.
I don't know.
So here's my reveal. This is what I look like now.
The shame.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Nice. I don't have the beard. I cut it.
Yeah.
For a Halloween costume that we did yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the costume? Peter Griffin?
Hold on.
Wow.
Wow.
Listen. I know how slimming a beard can be. Okay. I know. Trust me, I know.
There's a picture of my wife and I as Beetlejuice and
I thought you were Doc Brown. I didn't realize.
Wow. Lydia. Yeah, Beetlejuice and Lydia in the wedding outfits.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's a really
cool.
good costume.
You know what? I just realized that Beetlejuice's wedding costume is the same as Vincent LaGuardia Gambini's courtroom tuxedo.
Two Utes, Your Honor.
I saw a T-shirt recently. It said Vincent LaGuardia Gambini, attorney at law, but it was like the same type of fancy font that you would see on an actual lawyer's business card. And,
cool. Nice.
Yeah,
I like
it. Was
good.
That's a good shirt.
My biological clock is ticking.
That's still a great movie. It
is.
Yeah.
It really is.
I can't wait for them to make that a musical, just like they did Beetlejuice.
Oh God.
Welcome to my cousin Vinny's cast.
Yeah.
The courtroom's most unpredictable My Cousin Vinny podcast.
That's right.
So,
is there even a My Cousin Vinny podcast at all?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
There might be soon.
56 minutes. I'm going to look it up.
There you go.
So, don't worry, everybody. I'm still on the show. This will grow back. I promise. So, it's okay.
All right.
I might shave it again. There's a possibility that for one of the Comic-Con days, we might do the same thing. So,
okay.
I might have to shave it again.
Oh no!
But it grows fast. Like it grows fast. Don't worry, Dan. Don't worry. I know that I know this beard is what's holding the show together. So,
wow,
absolutely.
I thought it was my wit.
That's right.
But anyway,
I know there's a joke there somewhere about
it's equal parts my wit, Daniel's technical prowess, and
my beard.
Yeah, that's the shoestring. Yeah.
There's a joke there somewhere.
Someone will find it and write to us.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Anyways, other than shaving beards, how you guys doing?
I have been to multiple trunk or treats this week, and it's getting a little old. It's getting a little old.
What's a trunk? Oh, is it Halloween?
Yeah. Trunk or treat is when an organization gets together and they organize basically a party in a parking lot for kids to trick or treat. But you back the cars up, you open the trunk, everybody decorates the back of their trunk, and you go from car to car instead of house to house.
You want to teach them to hang out in parking lots early.
Yes, that's it.
And exchange goods and services.
That's right. That's right. Getting used to meeting strangers for goods in parking lots.
Exactly.
You want to start that early.
Yeah, it's Facebook Marketplace in training.
Yeah,
right. We didn't even know it was Halloween. I mean, we just dressed up just for the heck of it. That's something we do on Saturday night sometimes.
Nice.
We renewed our vows.
All right, cool.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, should we get to the news?
Sure. Is there any?
I thought me shaving my beard was the news.
That's true. That is the news for us.
That was the bad news. But
that was the bad news. All right, Star Trek good news.
Star Trek news.
All right. So our first news story comes to us from trekmovie.com, and it is some sad news. This has been making the way around the internet, so we should probably start with this. Star Trek Voyager co-creator Jeri Taylor has passed away. She was 86 years old, Emmy-nominated writer and producer. She did work on Voyager. She was the executive producer and showrunner for quite a bit of time. Big impact she had in Star Trek franchise. Yeah. So,
I mean, her name's right up there with Michael Piller, Rick Berman. I mean, she was huge in this franchise.
Yeah.
She also has work.
She also has 14 writing credits. She wrote 14 episodes for sure. So, that's not to say she didn't have input in others, but the overall, she has 14 of them. So, she was also a fixture at STLV. So, she will be missed. She had, a beloved show, right? Like, people love Voyager, and she had a big hand in it. So,
yeah.
Jasmine says yes, she will be missed. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I've seen over the years. I've seen a few interviews with her, and it was obvious she was passionate. She was knowledgeable. She was talented. She loved Star Trek. She loved Voyager. And by all accounts, everybody loved her too. So
yeah. Well, speaking of passionate and talented, I thought I'd sneak this in real quick. Katie Sackhoff, aka Bo-Katan Starbuck herself, recently she did an interview with Jonathan Frakes on her podcast, and she let it slip that she wants to be a part of Star Trek. And so Jonathan Frakes said, "Hey, that's cool. In fact, I have a pitch for you." And he says, why not have her part of Academy as a guest instructor for an episode? And he said that he would pitch it to the writers and see if they can get her on.
So here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry. Would she be the first to pull the hat trick?
She says it would be her hat trick. Yeah.
Star Trek, Star
Wars, and Battlestar.
Battlestar.
Yeah. That's quite the hat trick. So
I think I speak for all of us and Star Trek fans everywhere where I say we welcome her with open arms.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And she can bring the Darksaber too, because that'd be kind of cool.
Yes, bring the Darksaber. Just bring it on over.
Bring it on. Don't explain it. Just it shows up.
Just shows it. Yeah. Well, she has experience fighting cybernetic, foes. So
she can take on the Borg. It'll be great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I do like the idea of just like guest instructors on Academy, just randomly. Just get all those guest spots.
That would be great.
You know what? Daniel, you got to go to Big Lots tomorrow. Find Dennis Franz. Make it happen.
It's not like he's like bagging groceries at Big Lots every day.
Well, you made it sound like that.
I know. That's right.
Yeah, random guest star. Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Bobcat Wolfgate. Just random.
It'd be even funnier if it's like the same teacher every time, like the random new gym teacher or something,
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't what's his name? The EMH. Wasn't he the gym teacher on the Wonder Years?
Robert Picardo.
That's right.
Yes, he was.
Robert Picardo. Yeah.
I specifically remember the episode where he was teaching sex ed, and he drew a picture of on the board a picture of a uterus,
Yeah.
And all the kids were like excited. They're like, "Ooh, we want to see this picture of a naked lady."
Show us the dirty pictures.
That's right.
And he draws this very rudimentary, like very bad drawing of like the female system on the chalkboard.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just wanted to share that real quick. And then our next news story. Stop me if you've heard this before, but I just on a whim decided, I should check on that Paramount deal. What's going on? Yeah, there's more to it now. Project Rise, another company, has decided to throw their hat in the ring and have offered a $13.5 billion cash offer, which is far better than Skydance, to purchase Paramount. So
what the hell is Project Rise?
It is a conglomeration of investors put together to straight up buy Paramount. So
nobody that gives a crap about film and television.
Well, they say they're investors with the background in entertainment and media and technology, and hospitality, which would handle some of Paramount's attractions, like their.
So it's a private equity firm,
basically. Yes, yes, yeah, and they want to give up to $13.5 billion in cash and just give us all those properties, and we'll take care of it. We promise. So yeah,
I'm lost for words. At what I don't know. At what point does Paramount just say, I don't know, what could they say? We give up. We're not going to sell it anymore. Maybe we'll just try to make a go of it.
No, Paramount is a company, and they have a duty to their stockholders. So if they get a better offer from somewhere else, they're obligated to
take it,
to consider that offer.
Yeah,
they don't have to take it, but they can't take
the
lower one. They can't take the lower one.
Yeah.
If I was an investor, if I own stock in Paramount, and they're like, no, we're going to take the $7 billion offer instead of the 13.5.
Right.
Say the hell you are.
Right. Yeah, it really just depends on what ends up happening here. I'm sure there will be shareholder lawsuits now, regardless of what plan they take, because you can make arguments which was better, financially, and then, down the road financially. So
here's the thing. It doesn't really matter. Even if this company buys it and splits it up and sells it off, they're going to sell Star Trek as a whole to someone else.
You think so?
And they will sell Star Trek to someone else. I don't know. What are the other Paramount properties? What are the big properties that they
SpongeBob, Ninja Turtles.
Okay. Yep. So they'll sell SpongeBob over here. They'll sell Ninja Turtles over here. They'll sell Star Trek over here. And who cares?
Peppa Pig.
Trek, yes. Okay. If SpongeBob is separated from Star Trek during the sell-off, who cares?
Right. I mean,
but then we won't get that Paw Patrol Star Trek smash up that we've been wanting.
How am I not going to get Chase and Riker together on the bridge to the Titan?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's the name of the dog, right, Chase?
Paw Patrol is it's all dogs.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It's all dogs.
Like, who's that human on Star Trek?
Yeah.
The one with two eyes and a nose and a mouth.
All right. And our last news story comes to us.
Wow. All right.
I know. He's just Daniel just said F off to Dan.
That's right. That's right. So a piece of Star Trek history has been rediscovered or reintroduced into the public. It is a communicator screen used, apparently.
I thought you were talking about the Blue Orions, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So they believe that's the one in Kirk's hand. I guess William Shatner had two communicators, Alpha and Beta, two props that he used, and this one, Beta, has I guess a private owner had owned it for decades, and that owner is now willing to give it up, and it is hitting the auction block. It is currently on auction. I will put the link in the show notes for people to see if you want to buy it. But currently it sits at $100,000 is the current bid for this thing.
And it comes with a stopwatch? Really,
I think those are extra
stopwatch?
screens, or I don't know what that is. But you look at these pictures, it is a little bit beat up, because it was a prop, right? They didn't really care.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, would you guys spend $100,000 for a screen used communicator?
No, I got one from Art Asylum, and it's just fine.
Yeah.
In fact, it looks better than that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I got one floating around here somewhere.
Yeah. So it's going. We'll see.
So go back one pick.
Okay.
On the back, there were numbers. It looked like there were numbers etched on the back.
Yeah, I did see that.
You think that's like official Starfleet serial numbering?
I would imagine
Sure.
that is Paramount serial numbering.
Yeah.
Keeping track of who gets which communicator. But yeah, E48 is etched onto there. So yeah, $100,000, baby. They expected to go up to potentially up to $200,000. We'll see. The bids are in $25,000 increments. So
that's Deck 48 in Equipment Storage Locker Echo.
Yes, that's right. I mean, $100,000, look at it like, I don't know, if you were a billionaire and you were a Star Trek fan, yeah, you'd scoop this kind of stuff up.
Yeah, Alejandro says as people start dying and getting old, all these collectibles are hitting the auction. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, they just had that, or I don't know if they had it yet or they're going to, but Saban is getting rid of a bunch of the Power Rangers props and like all the uniforms and figures and I don't know, weapons and all this stuff is for sale, and people are going nuts for that. So
yeah, well, 90s nostalgia is big right now.
Yeah.
Another 5 years, people will be nostalgic for the aughts.
Yep.
The aughts, yeah.
There's already a little bit of that now too.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, so that's all the news stories. So well, should we get to our main topic? We have 2 shows to review.
Sure.
Nah.
Okay, no, forget it.
Forget it. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Fun will now commence.
No, I hit the button. Now we have to review it.
Okay, fine.
So we had 2 episodes, right? We had Dose Doritos and Shades of Green. Should we just take them one at a time, or do you guys want to just review them all together?
We'll go one at a time.
Yeah, that's fine.
So there's no official log lines. I guess Paramount's done with that business.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, they're like the next owners can worry about that.
Yeah, basically.
This show's canceled anyway, so we don't need to write that stuff.
Yeah. So basically the plot premise is they hit the Cerritos hits some sort of ripple in the space-time continuum and go through it and find themselves in a alternate dimension where they meet another Cerritos that is helmed by their version of Mariner, Becky, and and they meet their alternates, and it's all sorts of craziness from there. Yeah. You can see some of the alternates there. The what's her name? Talin? The Vulcan?
Yes, I think that's her name.
Yeah, she says remarkable in the New World instead of fascinating. Yeah. Like that's the big difference. I do like that. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, a choice that they made. The alternate uniforms are just one shade darker than the regular uniforms.
I was gonna say that too. Yeah,
and I think that was a good idea, because it would just get confusing.
Yep.
Right.
It'd help tell them apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's the other Boimler with his beard.
Apparently,
purple beard.
Scott shaved his beard off, and Brad found it on the floor.
That's right.
Glued it
It's
on.
sad when Brad Boimler has a stronger beard than I do.
I know, and he gained all sorts of confidence and was just a top performer and very sure of himself. It was great.
That's why I feel nervous and unsure of myself this
Mhm.
morning.
Mm-hmm.
Shax has got a sweet ponytail.
That's right. Looking like
Yeah, he
Steven
does.
Seagal in the 90s.
I think that's. You think that's a Worf reference in the later episodes?
Oh, yeah,
he had,
probably.
Oh, yeah, I never even thought about that.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. I like that.
Rutherford looks like
yeah.
Metallo from Superman
Right?
cartoon.
Yeah. I love the third arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comes right
that's
out of his
great.
chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there was no Captain Freeman, which was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was at Starbase 80.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently the butthole of Starfleet.
That's right.
I love this guy's nose ring.
It's prescription.
It's a sweet nose ring.
That's right. There was a character that had that, right, in TNG?
So
Like something
in
like
the
that?
Most Toys, the guy that owned the ship and stole data and had all
His
the
name
artifacts.
was it Fajo? Was that his
Yeah,
name?
Fajo. He brought in a friend.
Warning, nerd alert, nerd alert.
Okay.
He well deserved. He brought in a friend, and that's when Data decided he wasn't going to cooperate anymore. And so the friend walks over and looks at Data, and he's like, "That's a mannequin." He's the one that had that apparatus. on his face.
Oh.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Now, knowing that, I think that deserves a nerd alert too.
We just did it. Well,
Warning, nerd alert, nerd alert.
What are you doing, man? You deny him a nerd alert. I laugh at it. Then you just
That's right.
Then you just give it to him.
that's right. It's because
I'm having all kinds of emotions. I'm having all kinds of emotions.
Yeah. We also had a kind of interesting opening with Tindy, with that collector. I guess she looked. I don't know. I don't want to say human, but
A different species. She looked
different
different.
species. Yeah, she wasn't green, and it was like some sort of undercover project, or and they took over, and they got the whatever artifacts they were after as Orions. So,
Yeah, Tindy's a badass.
yeah. What is it, the Winter Constellation, the Mistress of the Winter Constellation?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the Boimlers together.
Yeah, I love that the hair, that the beard continues the purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's weird. It's got a purple beard.
Because he's human, and so he must dye his hair, his hair and beard.
He looks very Riker.
He looks
the beard, yeah.
Very Riker.
This Boimler is channeling Will Riker from his time on the Titan.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. These guys. What was his deal? He's
Billups? Billups
what was his?
Billups is royalty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But our Billups has rejected his lineage. I guess this Billups is like, you know what? I'm going to be king of.
I'm going to embrace
wherever.
it. Okay.
I'm going to be king of whatever and an engineer.
And
Billups is the engineer. He's okay. So
yeah.
And Ransom's got his mullet. He's got his mullet, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's. I didn't know if mullets still existed in space, but
Space mullet.
Space mullets.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So Erica, what's her name?
Oh yeah, I accidentally hit the wrong one. But yeah, that's for the second episode.
Okay.
Yeah, Erica. But yeah. So yeah, this episode. So how does this one end? They figure out a way to get back to their normal timeline. One thing I thought that was funny too is they kept fighting over which is the prime timeline.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Which is what you would do, right?
Right. Yeah. You would just assume that your timeline is a prime timeline.
Right.
You know, I'm rewatching The Flash with my son because he's old enough to watch that show now.
Yeah.
And there was a conversation the other night where we're talking about Earth 1, Earth 2, and somebody from Earth 2 says, from my point of view, my Earth is Earth 1 and your Earth is Earth 2.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same joke that they're doing here.
Yeah.
But Mariner Mariner's captain in the alternate universe,
Mm-hmm.
and she's kind of a biatch.
Yeah.
And a later part of the episode, she pulls a switcheroo with our Mariner because she's tired of that, wants to go back to having no responsibility.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Hey, speaking of which, did we know that her full name was Beckett Mariner Freeman? Did we know that
We didn't-
Beckett, that
we didn't
Mariner
know
was
that-
her middle name?
we didn't know that until now.
Okay.
I feel like we'd heard it before. I remember hearing Beckett before.
I don't remember where the Mariner came from.
Yeah.
That I didn't know if we knew that was her middle name or not. I
feel
guess
like
we do
it's
now.
come up-
But
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's come up like at least once.
okay, maybe when they found out, like in season 1, when they found out that
Yeah.
she was Captain Freeman's daughter.
Yeah. I think that's why she was Mariner, because to hide it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think we knew until today that it was her middle name.
Middle name. Like we might have assumed it was
Instead of-
like her
Like,
mom's
I remember in the
maiden name, or
beginning-
like a different.
Yeah, I remember in the beginning thinking that her parents were divorced,
Mm-hmm.
and that was her dad's last name. Mom went back to her
Oh yeah.
maiden name, and then when Dad showed up on the show, and everybody's got and they both had the same last name, it was like, all right, well, it's got to be from somewhere else.
I
Right.
guess they
So,
glossed
I don't-
over it. We thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
And then our other episode, Shades of Green, was more of a Tindy focused episode.
Mm.
They basically they screw up and they create a war with the Blue Orions, and so to get it settled, the Pirate Queen declares that they have to run a race or fly a race, and the winner, to get the bounty and bring it back, gets to keep their riches, and then the loser has to basically be bankrupt.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
Did we go over why Tindy is away from Starfleet?
We do not. No.
Okay.
Do you want to go over that?
Yeah. So in the previous season, she basically, in order to save the Cerritos, makes a bet with her sister and gets an Orion ship to help save the Cerritos in exchange for her going back to Orion. They want her back to the family to help run the family business. So that's why she's not in Starfleet anymore, or not currently.
Yeah. So,
So-
but yeah. So what was it? They had to find was it in the first episode that they had to find the ship, and from there that's where you're introduced to the Blue Orions, or was that? I know they both kind of blended into one episode.
Yeah, they both kind of blended into one episode.
Yeah.
And you brought up the Blue Orions. The Blue Orions I was reading up on that. They've only been in one other episode of Star Trek at all.
Yeah.
And it was the first episode of the second season of the animated series.
Oh wow.
That they were mentioned, and after that, they've never been mentioned at all. So
Yeah. That's why
that was a nice
that's
little
why
callback.
their character design is just awful.
Right.
It looks like 1974 Filmation animated design.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to find
it's
if
pretty
we got a picture
bad.
of them, but yeah. No, we just get the back of their heads. So
I've never seen the animated series. We're currently doing a rewatch of the original series, and we're almost at the tail end of the second season. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
it's the original series ain't that easy either. I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
but we're doing it. My wife and I are, we're true. We
She
have to be
loves
true
you.
Star Trek. Yeah, she does.
She loves you.
And if I'm gonna, I have always considered myself, a true Star Trek fan, and I'm gonna have to power through this. I got some of it's bad. If you've never seen the original series before, some of it's really, really bad.
Yeah.
And not even like so bad it's good either. It's just
it's just
awful.
I
bad.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's rough. But I like the Pirate Queen. I feel like that was an opportunity to have a really good guest star though. Like maybe Judge Judy or someone like that.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, both episodes I thought were fun. I do remember laughing a few times at silly things. I went and checked our predictions. So far, so good. I did want to ask you guys: do we count,
The
Mirror
new
Universe
Cerritos?
Boimler as the other Boimler?
Oh,
Bearded
I
one?
was going to ask if we checked the box on the new Cerritos.
Yeah, that was the other one too. Yeah. So
Oh, I mean, I think we were come on, that's not in the spirit of.
yeah, that's kind of where I would landed on it both.
Yeah. We were thinking a refit or the Cerritos got destroyed. I don't think we were talking alternate timeline Cerritos.
I think we can argue about it in 8 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we will argue about it.
Okay. Hopefully your beard is back in. Your power returns.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
You're right. Yeah. Right now I've been
Faded right now.
demoted.
Because you are weak. You are weak right now.
Oh man. So but yeah, so that was the episodes. We've got another one coming up. We got a few weeks of Lower Decks and then it'll be goodbye.
Oh, Tendy's we didn't mention Tendy's sister is pregnant.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And her daughter will inherit the mantle of Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And that's why Tendy can go back to the Cerritos. So she's back at the end of the episode, which is nice because it's been weird for Rutherford.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Rutherford's been going through a time.
Yeah.
Poor Rutherford, man.
The poor guy. He's been working his butt off.
Yeah, this is the thing I wanted to mention too with Tillin. She wanted to try to befriend Rutherford and work on the shuttlecraft that he's been working on, like the equivalent of somebody trying to rebuild a car.
Yeah.
And she thought it would be fun and just like did it herself entirely. Like just built the whole thing.
Do you guys smell a love triangle?
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Rutherford, Tendy, Tillin. What's a
maybe.
Vulcan female like when she's trying to vie for, a human cyborg that's also being pursued by an Orion?
Perhaps it's Ponfar, baby.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she's gonna settle that down.
So this show sometimes delves into questions that probably a lot of us have asked over the years watching Star Trek, and usually we get a fun answer to the question. But I've often thought, okay, when a society goes from using money to not using money, how does how does that go?
Yeah.
And it was funny to see, the rich people weren't too happy about it because, hey, we're just like everybody else now. But also some things like the people are waiting in line to get into the Replimat. And somebody's like, why are we waiting in line? Everything's free. Ah!
Yeah,
right.
Like they're looting the place. And I think they're kind of poking fun at themselves, like poking fun at the idea of a society where, there's no currency, just everything is free, and how it kind of just won't work.
They're kind of poking fun at socialism.
Yeah.
Well, and then the way it's
we're all thinking it. I just said it.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like that the rich people were pissed that they were no longer rich. And then the pirates get all their jewels at the end, which is kind of funny. Yeah.
Which brings up another question. Like there were stacks of gold. They didn't say it was latinum. They made it sound like it was gold and jewels and stuff. And it's like, well, all that stuff's worthless anyways. Because anything, the only thing that gives latinum its value is the fact that it can't be replicated. The gold in latinum is just is like a stabilizer.
Right.
Well,
it's like clay in dynamite.
They've contradicted themselves on that
a couple times in the episode
Little Green Men, when Quark and Rom and Nog were stuck in 1947, and they were talking to the general about selling Ferengi technology to the humans or the the Australians, because they didn't have the geography right.
Right.
But he says, what do you guys use for currency here? Latinum? And he was like, oh, we got gold. And he's like, ooh, gold. Like he was interested. And then there was another episode later where you find out that the Latinum is encased in gold, and he breaks the bar in half, and he's like, oh, it's just worthless gold.
Right.
Well, which is it?
Right.
So,
I mean, maybe gold has some kind of value because it's some sort of an industrial. But yeah, why would it have value if it can be replicated? Can gold be
for
replicated?
real, gold is good for computer components. Like your computers have gold in them. It's a good conductor.
Maybe gold is difficult to replicate or costly to replicate.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole going to no money, and then even in they talk about using credits in the Federation.
Federation credits.
I remember Cisco was talking to his son one time about using credits to use the replicator to whatever. So
they do that in Voyager too, right?
Well, all right. So there's two different situations there. Voyager was dealing with a situation where they were not a post-scarcity society because they were stranded in the Delta Quadrant. They had limited
resources.
So that you can't really use that as an example. Cisco was an Academy cadet at the time. So I don't think they're implying that, every person has transporter credits, but cadets have transporter credits. You're a cadet in a military academy. You can't just, do whatever you want. Nope.
Use the transporters willy-nilly.
Yeah. Yep. It's like having a weekend pass to go.
There's a discipline thing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. All right. So, so next Thursday we'll have another episode. And
how many episodes are there for the season?
I think 10.
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got 8 more.
That's gonna go fast.
It's gonna go super fast.
Yeah.
Can we go over the opening credits?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I caught there were 3 editions. There was the green hand from the original series.
I saw that. Yes,
showed up. That was cool. The cloud, the Voyager like cloud.
Oh yeah.
Showed up. So Voyager's there, and then towards the end, all the Tholian web started going across the screen. So they've got Voyager, that god hand green thing that they had, that super special effects that was awesome back in the 60s, and the Tholian showed up. So
nice.
I don't know, man. We'll see if we see what started all that off, but yeah,
that's got to be a Q thing.
It's got to be just popping them in there.
There's no other explanation.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got Chaz was waiting online, so we should get to listener feedback. And we got Dan has got a heart out, so hold on.
Listener feedback.
All right.
Listener feedback.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. You yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Like, okay, is he saying something? What's going on here? Okay. Yes, exactly. That's what I thought. All right. Well, there's Chazbiz. There he is. Hey, buddy.
I know they're gonna read emails or something.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what's Strongbeard doing here? So
yeah.
Who? Strongbeard? Who's that?
Mediocre beard.
Mediocre beard.
Yeah. Just for now.
Oh,
wife made him trim it.
Crossover episode before Lower Decks ends. I mean, they can do one with it ending. Like, they can do one next season and just bring those actors back.
I think it'd be funny if they did a crossover where they just stayed into the real world,
Oh yeah,
or Mariner. At least one of the characters.
Yeah.
Add him to Voyager, or not Voyager, but Strange New Worlds.
You don't want him added to Academy?
Okay. Academy's supposed to be what? Burnham's timeline or which timeline?
Burnham.
That's what we're going to call it from now on. We're going to call it the Burnham timeline.
Because
just for Dan.
it's just not a good timeline. Like detachable nacelles, you can't sell that on toys. Sorry. So
We're gonna call them Burnham nacelles.
yeah, burn them nacelles. She reattached them. That's why they're popular again.
Yeah. I mean, they work for marketing because now you have 3 toys to sell. You have to buy the nacelles separately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lord.
This could be one of those packs where you build the ship.
Yeah.
The
Burnham
nacelle.
nacelles sold separately.
That's right. You got to buy the right one and the left one.
You gotta. You
The
gotta
right
buy
Burnham
Tilly.
nacelle and the left Burnham nacelle.
You go to Walmart. They only have rights. I need a left.
Oh my god. What was the character?
Just call Dan. I'm sure he's got a plethora of.
Oh, you know what they would do is they'd make them those blind bags, and like one side is the Chase variant. So good luck
Yes.
trying to get it. You're just getting all these blind bags.
Oh boy.
We're all gonna sell. We're all gonna send Dan our Burnham nacelles.
That's right.
The Burnham nacelles. That'd be awesome. And then what's the? Oh, Ash Tyler. You know, you got to buy like the set. So you have to buy a Burnham, a Tilly, and Ash Tyler to form the whole ship.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Careful, that's Dan's second favorite character.
I want those like like the commercials.
Hey, what
they
if
do,
Ash
like,
Why am I here? Why am I
Yeah.
here?
like the commercials they would do, like, oh, here comes Cobra Commander and blah blah. Blah. Like oh, Burnham, let's have a heart-to-heart conversation.
Start whispering and crying.
Yeah. They do that now. There's memes of like some kid playing with like Star Trek figures, and he's like, "Kai, when your political maneuvering won't stand up in court."
I love those.
Yeah.
You watch those commercials because you're like, yeah, it's like there's a reason why Star Trek toys don't really sell. Because
Yeah, exactly.
it's like
Yeah.
action oriented. So
Yeah,
it's kind of, well, I mean, Star Wars is having a hard time selling toys now too. So
they all are. It's because
Yeah.
we buy the toys, the kids don't.
Yeah.
well, the toys are expensive for parents. They could buy them a video game for cheaper and shut them
Yeah.
up
do,
in another room.
do you know? Do you
Right.
know what a 4-inch? Do you know what a 4-inch Star Wars toy costs nowadays?
Like $15, right?
Yeah. If you got the Black Series,
Higher.
I'm not.
Higher than that.
21.
So
Jeez.
who's the guy who he was in the Mandalorian? He had Boba Fett's armor, and Mando had to get it back.
Oh yeah. The
Oh
sheriff?
yeah.
I'm trying to think of his name.
I can't remember. It's like
Timothy
Cal
Oliphant.
Vance or something.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
Cal
the-
Vance,
he,
Yeah.
he was the outside salesman from The Office.
So
right.
his 4-inch figure, because it has extra accessories, $25.
What?
Ew, gross.
$25. Yep. Yeah, it is ridiculous.
That's right, dog. Yes, we are
Yeah,
It's-
angry.
even the dog. The dog's like,
Jasmine's
that's
dog
bullshit.
is pissed.
Yeah,
I was like, this is bullshit.
there's some money here. Shutting them up.
Yeah.
My wife shuts me up in the very same way.
Just to treat
Oh
it.
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The toy market has gotten out of control on the prices,
Yeah.
and
They have.
I think that's why they're having a hard time. And then
Yeah.
like Legos, shoot, like there's like a Lego every month that they keep on announcing.
Mhm.
Like if you bought Legos every month, you'd be broke.
Oh yeah. Speaking of toys
yeah.
that are expensive, jeez.
Like they have the Jabba's sail barge now. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't
No.
see that they made that.
Ooh, it's like the whole Lego set. It's like $500 for the sail barge.
Oh geez.
But you don't get the Sarlacc pit. You got to buy that separately. That's
Of
$80 separately.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you make an
Hey,
80, how do you make a
bullshit.
Sarlacc pit?
Yeah. You just dig a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Throw some Legos
Throw
in it.
some
There's
Legos
your-
in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Some like canned Legos in there to make the
Yeah.
sand.
Ah,
Charge $80
jeez.
for it.
Oh well.
So Chazbiz, what did you think of these 2 episodes?
Well, I think communism would work totally well. So
Right?
I mean, I think everybody
The cartoon showed me.
excited to have all your money forfeited over, and everybody could just run amok and it'd just be a big party.
Yeah.
You could teach yoga, you could like paint, you could. have like poetry classes. It'd be just hunky dory.
I still want to
Can
know how
you
the sisters got the
imagine? Can you imagine if our government just came out and said, "Okay, this is what we're going to do starting January 1."
Yeah, your money's dead starting this day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
And if you have any stockpiles of gold, we need you to give them up.
That's why it's important to own things that have value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
you
aren't
own land.
currency. Yes.
And not action figures.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not.
those in the apocalypse are going to trade really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have
I'm just going to use him as a
candy?
stand-in until my beard grows back.
How many apples is that worth?
Yeah.
For those of you who are listening, I've got a Riker doll.
That's right.
I'm sorry, action figure. Action figure.
I can't believe you called it a doll.
Yeah.
Man,
It's a doll.
that's not.
It's a doll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you turn on one of those filters that just gives you a beard until it
Oh,
grows back?
there you go.
Yeah,
That's a good
One of those
idea.
like one of those Instagram filters.
Or make yourself a cat, something.
Yeah. Make myself a cat.
That's
That'd be funny if they went to the other universe, if somebody was a furry.
It'd be the
Oh,
cat
God.
doctor.
Furry Boimler like on the ship and he's just chilling with it.
That'd be great.
It's like I'm a cat.
Well, he'd make a great cat because he's kind of skittish and
Yeah.
oh,
That'd be good.
that make them all furries. That would bring up a whole nother level.
So
of
would the doctor get upset?
kink.
Is that
No,
like,
no. The doctor would be
the doctor
human.
would be like that's cat
Doctor would
face.
be human.
It's like
on the other
it's like
side.
blackface, but
Yeah,
know.
everything would be like reversed. So
Daniel, were you just in the shuttle bay? What was?
yeah,
Yeah, I
think
was
he
looking to
got
see if
beamed
there's
up.
filters, and there was all I could find was virtual
I think you turned
backgrounds.
the holodeck program off.
How do I?
and
Yeah.
How do I
we
do that?
found where Daniel
It's in
was.
settings, virtual backgrounds.
Let's see. Settings.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have the free version of StreamYard.
Yeah, I'm on the iPad version, so I got.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on the.
I'm on a desktop. See, the dog
I'm
says
on
again.
click
that's
a link.
bullshit.
I got front camera and back camera.
There you go. There's your front.
Those are my only options.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't know.
Oh well.
All right.
Yeah,
Well-
I just want to go to the mirror universe, get me a third arm, and then I think it'd be kind of fun.
Chazbid, what would you do with your third arm?
Hey,
Multiple
hey,
things.
Hey,
it's,
whoa,
a family,
whoa, whoa.
it's a family show. It's a
I-
family show.
Well, just
I
think
mean,
you could
you know-
video game, you could eat, you could clean, you could,
All
do
of the
more
things.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Jeez, Dan.
yeah, where's your head at?
Alejandro, wasn't there a judge who couldn't turn off a cat filter in a Zoom meeting? It was a lawyer.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not a cat.
Meow.
Yeah.
Well, at least all those. Well, I guess this is a Zoom meeting. It's just more of a
Kinda.
StreamYard meeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
StreamYard. But yeah.
But
All right.
thank God for StreamYard. It saved everybody here.
I don't know about saved, but we're trying. We're trying.
So we have, one thing I hate is when they do 2 episodes in a row in a 10-season slot.
Yeah, that's unnecessary. I didn't need 2 episodes.
It's very unnecessary because
Let's
you lose a whole
stretch
week.
it out a little bit.
Yeah, because these seasons are too short now. And
true.
you waited so long to get here, and then you're gonna have a big break period till Strange New Worlds.
No, we got Section
January.
31
Oh.
in January.
Strange New Worlds and because that's
Yeah.
Section 31 movies.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty god awful.
Is anybody excited about Section 31, the movie coming out in January? Is that,
After
I
seeing
mean,
that
it's a movie.
preview-
I'm gonna watch
Okay,
it. All of us are gonna
Yeah.
watch it.
Right.
Even Dan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you guys to watch it, but not play on your phones or anything. Just actually.
Okay. Let's do this game. What movie do you hope is their inspiration for Section 31?
It looks
My
like
Cousin
Mission
Vinny.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Cousin Vinny. Dirty
I just
Vinny.
wanted to make 2 My Cousin Vinny references.
And you did
in
it.
one-
You
did
did.
one episode.
Like,
Congratulations.
She gets arrested in some town, and they got to bring in Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mission Impossible.
That's kind of what I'm at.
Where they keep it, because there's some humor in Mission Impossible.
Right.
I think
they're pretty intense,
exactly
and yeah.
I mean, there's some great exchanges between Ethan and Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg's character.
This is Strange New Worlds timeline, right?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah,
because what timeline is it?
She could be bouncing around all the timelines.
Yeah, it's Section 31, so
we don't know what timeline they're doing.
Yeah, we don't know.
So,
they may do a section where she goes to lower decks and she's animated.
Hey,
maybe they'll bring in a de-aged William Sadler.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, when I talked to him, he said he had not gotten any call. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did it. Yeah. I remember. I remember that interview. That was a really good interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes they say that, and then
I get the vibe he was telling the truth. I don't.
Yeah.
Because he seemed kind of disappointed about it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he is an actor.
He is an actor.
So
that's the other thing.
He has one specific talent.
He could be lying. So
I mean, actors are basically liars that are lying about doing things.
True.
Remember, they're adult pretenders. So
they are adult pretenders.
Yep.
That's right.
That's what
All right.
Well, that's pretty much we're getting winded down. So
okay. We got 8 more weeks left.
Yep, we got more episodes, so it'll be fun. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Let's let the show. And then why did the Blue Orions call them Orions? That was my other thing.
I think they were just trying to pronounce it different.
Yeah. They just want to be different.
The Orions. Yeah. That's the way my dad would probably.
My favorite cookies, the Orions.
Yeah.
That's the way my dad would pronounce it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's set in his ways.
Would the cookie be, Daniel, on a Blue Orion?
Oh, it's probably going to be one of those, the macadamia nut and white chocolate, just dyed blue.
Right. Or a white Oreo with brown filling.
That's right. That's right.
So Civil War start for.
That's right. That's right. Well, thanks, Chesmis, for being on.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. All right.
Before we leave, I just want to reiterate too that I am confirmed for the Grand Rapids Comic-Con.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's going to be at the DeVos Place in 3 weeks. So November 15th through the 17th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I will be there Saturday and all day Sunday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The
DeVos Place in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Tickets are on sale now, so I will be there.
Mm-hmm.
I did ask. This is a long shot, but I did email the representative at the Comic-Con because they say email them if you'd like to get an interview with a specific celebrity.
Oh,
so
nice.
I said, hey, here's my shot in the dark. If Andrew Robinson would happen to want to do an interview with me, so we'll see. Like I said, shot in the dark, but I will be there for all the panels, like I was last year. So I'll record all those and we'll make a video so everybody could watch.
Nice. Well, hopefully you get Garrick. So,
and if anybody else is in the Southwest Michigan area, want to do a meetup, look me up on our socials and send me an email or send me a message.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
All right. Cool.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
This is Captain Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine and Space God to the Bajorans. I have a mission for you. This falls outside of Starfleet guidelines, so I can't order you, but I'm asking for volunteers. Volunteers who will subscribe to the Trekcast YouTube channel, leave 5-star reviews on your podcast app of choice, and share Trekcast across your social media accounts. If we can make our audience bigger, we might have a chance against the Dominion. Are you ready? Subscribe, like, and share. Are you with me?